Nice to meet you. My name is Luis Reis. I'm here to explain my solution to myBB stuff, how to install myBB forum in AWS environment, um, enable it as scalable with security and performance, but that's okay. That's a nice problem, but we have some issues to solve because you asked to run it with RDS instance, okay, and to see VPS deployment. I decided not to use VPS deployment because I decided to get a more simpler approach, because we just have to prove if myBB can run on AWS environment. So I I choose to deploy it in the full internet configuration, but with all security and safeguards. It's possible to guarantee the integrity of the solution, and we decided to use all AWS stuff to make it possible. So what is BB? BB is an internet software, open source software that provides you a forum platform that you can discuss and create communities around the internet. The myBB uses Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP stack to work, but it also compatible with some tricks to increase the performance and the reliability of the software, and they support cache systems, in particular in I catch the Memcached cache system. That's cool because Amazon has Elasticache with Memcached support. That's cool. And about the RDS instance, it uses MySQL, so we use MySQL databases in running in RDS infrastructure. Okay, so we have a problem here because when we talk about to deploy software around the Amazon with a self-scalable group to guarantee performance and scalability of the system or of the solution, now we have this stuff because it asks to you to interact with the installation system to set some parameters. So I take the opportunity to make a full automated process that we just set some startup parameters, and the Amazon CloudFront will do all the rest. Okay, so I look at to avoid these steps, okay, to make it more automatically possible. And my solution got this arrange here. It's very simple. In a high level, talking a high level, we have here a Elastic Load Balancer. Okay, this Elastic Load Balancer calls outscale group of EC2 instance. This EC2 instance has a configuration, a launch configuration that you say, oh, I need a Linux, I need it with Apache, PHP, and all the stuffs, and self-runnable scripts that allows you to detect if it's a fresh instance from scratch or if it is a configuration to just replicate the myBB instance image around the outscaling group. Okay, here we have a problem on myBB because myBB has a cache for avatars and images and other stuffs, but myBB is not compatible with S3 engine, and what I did to share the uploads between all instances. I decided to create a S3 bucket okay, but myBB is not compatible with S3 bucket. Cool. What I'm looking for, I use Fuse and S3 FS. It's a Fuse extension that allows Fuse to mount file systems to Linux above an S3 bucket. So that's cool because the script install Fuse, install S3FS, configure a mounting point pointing to my bucket, and mount it to myBB, send all upload files to this bucket. Cool. And this bucket is shared for all instances, so all instances will share and use the same bucket. Oh, but S3FS doesn't perform. Yes, doesn't perform if you will query some objects from there, but how, as you write all your stuff on database and indexes inside database, and database just point to objects inside the file system. So S3 bucket is very cool to do that, because you will say, hey, I get this object inside my bucket. S3FS go there and bring it to you faster. Okay. The security for this, we create access key to allow it, and we configure this access key on each instance to allow each instance to access the S3 bucket. Cool. The cache system, we choose to use a Elasticache cluster with one or more instance of Memcached, and that's fine. We just create it and set on configuration files for myBB to point that. And database, we are using a RDS instance with master and slave. It's a standard deployment in RDS for MySQL, and all these parameters are dynamic and configurable by the CloudFormation CloudFormation script. Okay. About security, we have some stuff here. Now I will switch to AWS. Where is it? Oh, here. Here is my CloudFront script topology. So here we can see more components to the solution in a lowest level. Okay, so we have here the AWS cluster, cache cluster to Memcached. Okay, but what I want to show you here is each component has a security group. Okay, and this security group is referencing the web server security group. What the web server security group does? It allows SSH access to my EC2 instance on the outscaling group. Cool. And allows access to HTTP and HTTPS to my Elastic Load Balancer here. So I must access HTTP, HTTPS to my EC2 instance through the Elastic Load Balancer. Okay, it doesn't allow myself to access Apache directly to my EC2 instance, and I want that. Okay, because we are granting the balancing and the scale of solution. Okay, okay, cool. And my database security group and cache security group are referencing the web server security group, because I just allow machines with these security groups to access the cache services and database services. So I guess it grants the minimum security for the system, because we cannot log in to the database from outside, and we cannot connect to Memcached engine from outside, just from web server group on my outscaling group. Okay. Okay, but I have a script here, and this script reach all your expectations because it's made it in CloudFormation, okay, and we have here a lot of parameters to instantiate the cluster, the whole stack, and we have rules and constraints, mappings, all that you need to run that. You know, to set web server capacity, if you use A to Z database to publish and select around the world. I just put it just to test, but it's possible. You choose your cache type, you choose the number of cache nodes, a lot of information that you must provide to run it. Okay, here the mappings for images and locations, and it's because to avoid the transference between Amazon AWS zones to not raise your costs, it's important. Here's some conditions to match each to one, and here we start mapping the resource. So we map the Elastic Load Balancer, we map the Web Service Security Group, we map the Web Service Group, we map the creation policy. It's very important. If you have some timeout, something wrong, you can detect it. I put 16 minutes because I want to debug it. How myBB doesn't have so much research on internet telling how it works with AWS stack, so I has to debug it to know what's happening. The scale up policy is very important because if you don't set it, it won't scale. If you start up your stack with 2 instances and you use all resources of this instance, the outscaling group won't do nothing for you. So you must set a scale up policy to say him, hey, if you get an alarm by CPU usage at for more than 16 seconds, please instantiate more 1, 2, 3, and n. If you get available instance with idle instance, please decrease 1 by 1, and that's cool. I like to work with CloudFormation because it's very flexible. It has a good syntax and taxonomy. You can understand all terms, all entities, all properties. It's cool because you can use reference to properties. You can use you can use functions. That's cool because the JSON parser read it and when a function, okay, let's call it. It's cool. It's very difficult to implement, but it's cool. And but in this case it's not difficult because you just use the API. Okay, it's difficult. It's very hard when you have to build from scratch a parser with these capabilities. So here are my my startup scripts for EC2 instance. Here is a configuration management script that I say, hey, please run my I opened the wrong asset. Sorry. Let me open the right one here. Then you call your config set to be executed, to be run. Okay, that's cool too. And you will, here's the all stuff that you need to put myBB working by itself in Apache instance without any interaction with the administrator. Okay, because I asked to install all PHP and dependencies, I install S3FS and configure the multi-points and configure the FS tab to boot automatically when we need to restart it for any reason. I install myBB files. Look at here, we have this S3 AWS CloudFront. It's a personal bucket because I need some assets, some stuffs that can use as template to make the installation. So I have a template for configuration, I have a template for database, and I have a template for teams. Okay, putting all these assets, these files inside your installation, you won't need to say to him where is your database, where is your cache instance, and all stuffs. So you have here scripts to populate your templates, and that's it. It's done. Here the sequence of commands, and here the what services I want to run on this new instance. Sure I want to give Apache working, and here I set how instance will work with other assets inside the AWS stack that I am building with the script. I provide the cache cluster, and I provide the database RDS cluster instance. So, and very important, when all finish, I output the URL to access this installation running. Okay. After that, the administration can log in and change and configuration and setting that he wants, but you will have a functional instance working here. Okay, if you load this, if you load this, this CloudFront script, so let me click here. Here I already has my instance running. Okay, all resources created here according to the script. And if you create a stack, yes, 5 stars. I will upload my own file. Okay, we'll upload my own file, and it will validate my template, and here are all parameters that you need to run this stack. And here the good news, here you can put instance, so video myBB stack. Here you choose the cache node, the initial location for the database storage, DB name, here a password for your DB, here username for your database, please do not forget it. Okay, and here is very important, you must have a key saved on your EC2 instance to access SSH. If you don't have it, you would instantiate a new one. Okay, AZ database. Here you put your email address, board name, contact name, cookies to store. Here is very important, you must have provide S3 bucket, as I said before, to put your uploads and share it between all instances. So I have here a blue, here's my key, here's my secret, please don't copy it, kidding, here the name, and here here you can set the database to link from your myBB instance for your own portal, blog, or whatever, YouTube profile. And here SSH location from where you can access your instance from SSH, and how many cache nodes and web service nodes you want. I will start with 2 and with 2, and that's it. You can make some tags here. Here you review all your settings, and here you create. Okay, creating process. It could be so slow sometimes in the day, okay, but usually at night it's very faster, at least here in Brazil. Yes, it's working. So if I get my previous created stack, you see the output with the website URL to access the myBB instance. So I can open it here, and it's working. I can log in as admin. Sorry, my dogs are barking. And it's working. It's connecting to MySQL and authentication, making cache, storage, all the stuff that you need. So I expect to reach your expectations, and if you have some doubt, please feel free to ask me, contact me by email and Skype, okay? Thank you so much, and see you later.